I have the honor, the distinction of announcing our international award winner. And I think that this is truly an important part of what this organization, this body is all about. Several years ago, the World Drum Corps Hall of Fame made a commitment to more diversity, both in terms of the organizations that we seek for our membership, and also taking a look at the international scene where there has been such growth over the years. The selection of Hans Kloppert perfectly supports and advances that vision. His credentials as a performer on both sides of the Atlantic, his arranging, instructing, and consulting in Europe, and his multiple contributions to Drum Corps Netherlands, Drum Corps France, and the European Drum Corps Association speaks to his advocacy on behalf of our activity. And I do remember reading Drum Corps World articles about Drum Corps in Europe. Well, he was behind that as well. So it's an honor to introduce our newest member as the international award winner, Hans Kloppert.
Yeah, Hans! Hey, Hansi! Woo! Jubal! Yeah.
This is a first for the Hall of Fame.
It's a Dutch thing.
So my question was, you want me to hold this for you? He said, as long as you don't drink it.
Thank you. Joe, thank you so much for that video. That was awesome.
Over here.
Over there. Thank you.
Yeah, Hans!
Yeah!
This kind of said it all. It's very hard to believe I have the incredible honor of being inducted into this prestigious World Drum Corps Hall of Fame here tonight. I feel extremely privileged to follow the many legendary icons in our beloved activity that were inducted before me, many of them unfortunately no longer with us. Thank you, Neil, the committee, the board, and all of the current Hall of Fame members. And thank you, Carol Houghton, who unfortunately is not here tonight. She suggested I should be in this. Congratulations to all my fellow class of 2023 inductees, some of whom I've had the pleasure of calling my longtime friends for years: Tom, Blair, Carol, Neil, Larrivee, TJ Doucette. She'll be coming up on the screen, I think, later from Blue Devils. Cheers, that's what the beer was for. I was absolutely dumbfounded earlier this year when I got the call from Neil Smith telling me I was nominated for the International Award. I'm proud to become the second ever continental European, because there's England also, to be inducted. Neil, by the way, happened to be the one yelling at me when I was marching Matadors in 1984, as he was the drill designer and instructor that year. I had a few good laughs when reading that first paragraph. It's also in the yearbook, but that's also on the website, saying to list fully all of my credits would require a volume of the size of the War and Peace. I suspect Frank Doherty wrote that. Thank you, Frank. Today I'm especially proud that my 82-year-old dad, Phyllis Kloppert, he travelled the 8,215 kilometres. I know you guys are not metric. 5,104 miles from the Netherlands. Traveled with me to the States. We had the pleasure to celebrate Thanksgiving. My first Thanksgiving ever in the States, freaking cold Michigan. His brother moved or immigrated to the United States in 1968, and we had the pleasure to celebrate Christmas. Oh no, not Christmas. That's coming up. Thanksgiving with the whole family, with my beautiful cousin Angela, who flew in from Michigan, and her husband Matt. Welcome. Thank you for making the trip. My dad, by the way, I didn't get the drumcorps thing from him at all, because he marched 71 years ago in Young Jubal. Maybe even playing this. Young Jubal or Jubal started in 1911 as a drum and fife corps, as many did. Then changed into an added brass and whatever. Electronics eventually. So he started, but then he decided to field hockey was a better thing for him. The very best of friends. And I'm sure you all agree, the very best of friends are met and made in drum corps. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And I share my table. I apologize to Debbie because I kept adding people to I have 2 full tables, 20 people. Thank you so much for being here. I'll name them real quick. They said I have 2 minutes. I have to speak as fast as Bill Ives does. I can't. Sorry about that. I share the 2 tables with very, very long-time friends that I marched with, Andrea Lisa Gilmer in the Reading Buccaneers, Lou and Lois Tierno. Lou is a member also. On the other table here, Bib Fizette, he was one of the soloists in Buccaneers when I marched in '87. Donnie Allen was supposed to be here, unfortunately he didn't make it. David Martin and Barry Statesmen, and the Blouseman. And the other Blouseman here? Any pork chops? Yeah? Pork chops. My good friend Alex Mutz, former Blue Devil, and when you all came to the States, we've been here 5 times, 02, 6, 11, on our 100th anniversary, 15 and 18. And we had a hole in the Baritone section. I met Alex the 2 years before and I said, do you want to fill the hole? Yeah. So he joined us just for those 3 weeks and then came back again in 15. So thank you, Alex. Dennis Daly, a highly respected volunteer, flew in from Evansville, Indiana, I think.
Yep.
Tony DiCarlo, Leslie DiCarlo, thank you, welcome. Tony kicks me off the field when I'm there with my camera all the time, in his way. Tom Peashey, thank you. Amy Heidelmark, Reppert, sister of the legendary Harry Heidelmark, colleague photographer of mine, and her husband. And it's wonderful to see a few others that I used to march with. Alan Buell, I think Gil Silver was supposed to be here, Diane and Gary Koenig, so many friends from the past. And I said, the Hanover Lancers, 3 members from the Matadors that I marched with in '84 were there too, Nathan Denise and Chuck, they're right there. I probably missed some people. In 1975, I was an 11-year-old kid, and a classmate in my primary school, elementary school, said, you should come to Young Jubal, which is our feeder corps, age 8 to 16. So we age out at 16. You should come to rehearsal and maybe join this thing. And he was a snare drummer, and that's what I wanted to be. Unfortunately, that never happened. Because when I got there, the first thing they told me, there's a waiting list in a feeder corps, like a young kids corps. So I was ready to go home, and one of the brass instructors gave me a soprano and got hooked right away and turned into a musician afterwards. Some get that joke. I only gave up marching, like the actual show marching, 2 years ago in 2021. So I marched 47 years straight with the Jubal organization. And it's not because the knees that don't work anymore, which you hear with the DCI members that are 21 and we're getting old. We hope you get old. But like 2/3 or all of the corps could have been my kid age-wise. Level of interest changed, so I decided to stop that. I still play, started out back on soprano, became a drum major, made it up to instructor, board member, ran the corps as a chairman for 9 years, up until also 2021. And I had the pleasure to host the national championships in the Netherlands for a few years, and the European Drum Corps Championships in 22 and 23. In the meantime, I made a few side trips, and you saw that. 84 Matadors, 87 Reading Buccaneers, and 1992 with the Empire Statesmen. My corps back in the Netherlands, as I said, was formed in 1911, and is currently, and Bill, correct me if I'm wrong, and if I am wrong, we'll have one of these in the bar afterwards. We think we're still the oldest active competitive drum corps in the world, because we're 112 or 113 years old. Luckily, and still around.
Jubal! Yeah!
And the feeder corps I mentioned that I started with was formed in 1932, so they're oops. Yeah, that 5 bill, that's going to your museum. I'm not sure if my dad ever played that one, but that's going to your museum. Drum corps has definitely stolen my heart. It has formed me to who I am today. I could not, never, ever have experienced all the growth and success I've had without my instructors from the past, my corps directors and my chairman. I've had it through all those years, all of whom I'm incredibly grateful to. Drum corps brought me so many friends across the globe. Every summer when Jubal is not here, when my corps is not here, we did 5 tours. I tour with the Blue Devils. Next summer will be my 15th tour as a volunteer, cooking and obviously taking those pictures. So every show I go to, tonight feels like a reunion, running into so many people I've met in the past years. It's great to see you all again, John. So yeah. But in coming back to DCI or DCA shows, you make new friends. Tonight, I already made new friends before we even came into this room. So thank you for that. Friendships for life also. Drum corps friends are friends for life. And I truly treasure that. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear drum corps friends, I hope you and I can keep making memories together in this wonderful activity and inspire those who will create and protect the future of drum corps. Thank you once again for the nomination and my induction into the World Drum Corps Hall of Fame and the class of 2023. I'd like to raise the glass, if your glass is still full, and dedicate my award. and dedicate my award to 4 of my late corps directors and chairmen. Red Corso for the Matadors. Vince Bruni. And my 2 Jubal chairman predecessors, Wim Opmeer and Kees Gold. Cheers.
Cheers. All right, Hanji.